Dude, I got one for you. I fucking was in Hawaii and I was watching the Big Lebowski and he was drinking White Russians, so I just started drinking them. Like that's the only time I drink White Russians is when I watch the Big Lebowski, and it's like drinking a dessert and getting it's like having a dessert and getting shit faced at the same time, which is really bad, right? Brutal hangover. So I woke up the next day and I didn't feel good, and my wife, she obviously likes the sun. I obviously am not into it. So she goes, I just want to go down to the beach one more time, beach people just want to get that one last toes in the sand, frolic in the surf. So I said, all right, fine. So I go there, and they got this bar, and the roof looks like the huts on Gilligan's Island. So I go up there, dude, and at like 9 in the morning, I order a fucking White Russian. Ugh. And it just went down. And I ordered another one. I had like three of them on the beach.
Oof.
So I got a good, oh, gross. Sugar through the roof. I got a glow and a sugar buzz going. We get to the airport. I drank like fucking three more. My wife's going, what the fuck are you doing? It's like, yeah, I just want to pass out on the plane. I don't want to fucking deal with this right back. Dude, I was so shit faced. I hit up three Canadian comedians and convinced all of us that we need to put together a curling team and join a league. And they all got so fucking excited. Like they were all about it.
Uh,
And I don't even remember doing it.
oh God.
And then
So,
we landed, dude. And I had like because the air quality and you're all dehydrated from flying at that altitude. And I had 6 White Russians in me, dude. And when I landed, I was just like, oh no, I had worse ones. I remember one time I was so shit faced on the plane. I started talking to somebody at baggage claim, and he ended up giving me a ride home from LAX. And my wife was on her way down to get me.
wow.
Oh, she was so fucking mad at me.
Wow, dude, that is next level.
Yep.
Wow.
I did that twice. Once Burbank and once LAX. And I swear to God, my wife was so. She's like, "Where are you?" I'm like, "I just pulled up." The fuck do you mean you just pulled up? I said I was coming down to get you. And I said, oh, I guess I forgot. Oh my God, dude.
Oh,
She came
dude.
in, dude. And then I passed out, which
Oh,
felt like 5 minutes, but it was like, like whatever. It takes like a half hour for us to get to the airport. Half hour later, I just hear the front door just go, boom, like slam shut. And I'm like, oh, here we go.
oh,
Here we go. And then I had to like bleary eyed look at her and act like I understand. I hear what you're saying. You're right. I shouldn't have done that. Yeah. Look at you. Who drove you home? Oh, this
yeah.
guy I met at baggage claim. You can't have some fucking straight. She was right.
No, she's definitely right, dude. My wife would have done the same thing. It's so strange.
Oh yeah. No, I did a couple of dumb things like that. Wow, I never
Uh,
really even thought about that. It is a good thing I quit drinking.
see, the thing with me is, and I was talking to Stacy about this. Stacy goes, she goes, because I was sober for about 2 weeks and I felt incredible, man. I was waking up, I was doing shit. I wasn't zero hungover. And my wife just goes, I go, I'm going to just have one, and she goes, yeah, she goes, enjoy one or two. She goes, but she goes, you tend to not stop. And that's the thing. It's like, if I'm fucking chilling out, dude, it's tough, man. Like, but I don't change personalities. You've seen me.
Huh?
I
Well,
don't
I mean,
change. Like, I don't get angry. I don't start with people. I just get
no,
like,
no, no. You are a happy drunk.
yeah, I just get
I'm generally
happy.
speaking, I'm a happy drunk unless certain sporting events or fans of certain teams came in, and then that would be something that would set me off. But I don't like, dude. Looking at that drunk ass Seattle fan at the fucking Packers game, dude. He was an idiot. He was just going like, "Hey, fuck you, Packers, suck a dick, suck a dick," and it was just like there was kids around. It
Yeah,
was just
dude.
like
Yeah.
I was like,
Me
"Are
and
you
you
doing like
spoke.
a parody of somebody drunk?"
No, me and you spoke about that, Bill. And I got to be honest with you, man. I'm not really going to go to too many more NFL games. I'm not going to subject my kids to that, dude. Last time I was there with like my brother and kids, there's this Cowboy fan standing over us, and he was like doing like the lean over and like yelling. And it's almost like you got to be like, hey, man, like, do you mind? And then they start cursing. You sent me that fight with the Jets in Miami. It's like a guy pushed you, touched
Shout
your
out to
head.
that fucking
Fuck that.
Dolphin fan with his hands in his pocket, slipping that haymaker.
Yeah, I don't need to be around that, dude. I got a 70-inch. I'll fucking put my feet up. I'll have some snacks and I'll watch the game like that, dude. I'll go to occasionally.
Those people, they're not even sports fans. Like,
Yeah,
I don't even know what they are. It's just like they had a poor upbringing. They weren't raised right. They don't even understand the game. It's just like they just go there to be assholes.
yeah.
Um,
And to go with an opposing jersey and be an asshole, that's a special kind of, that's like you're going for, like, to put on an opposing jersey and be the guy yelling when you're completely outnumbered. That's not something that you want. Oh, dude, Jay-Z said the dopest shit I ever heard. Jay-Z goes like this. Jay-Z goes, those guys, he goes, when somebody says, what are you looking at me? Why the fuck are you looking at me? He goes, that guy is so afraid and so unhappy in his life. And he thinks that when you look at him, you see it. So he wants to fucking fight you, dude. He broke it down like this. He goes, so you're going to kill me or fight me because I'm looking at you and I see the fucking pain and your fear and shit. He goes, and that's why that guy's doing that. And I was just like, dude, to get that deep over that, I was like, shit.
yeah, I don't think football fans are that deep.
No.
I think he was talking about guys,
Yeah,
in
he was
desperate situations in his neighborhood. Some guys, I mean, they're just jerk offs. Some of these guys that go to the game, all those Philly fans, how they come up and they don't care if your kids are there and they're like proud of it and stuff. It's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like the weakest thing. I remember to a Bruins Flyers game and I had my mother there. She's like in her 70s and the guys are just cursing up a fucking storm and stuff. And it's just like, what am I like? What am I? I'm going to fight you with my 70-year-old mother. And it's just one of those things. You give them a look and they're like, and you hear him talking, ooh, he doesn't like us. And it's just like, I don't know. I look at that stuff like it's weak. It's weak. You know what I mean? It doesn't take any balls to go in and do shit like that. And then you're just putting people into a situation where I got to sit there and be like, I have all of this stuff to lose.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to sit here. And now I paid all this money for a ticket and I got to listen to you guys, because your lives suck or whatever the fuck's going on in your life, that you would do something like that. Like, I like going to a stadium. I'll talk some shit and have a good back and forth with somebody.
Yeah.
And, like that. But I don't want to go there and actually ruin. Like that Seattle fan, I was like, I can't believe I'm finally at Lambeau and I have to stand next to this fucking jerk off. And it's actually going to ruin my experience. And I might never get back to Lambeau again. But for people who act like that are like, oh, that's awesome. Bowfinger, that's so awesome. Like that's literally what they want to do. And that's, in a perfect world, you could just beat the fuck out of them.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't get sued. But it's not how it works.
Oh man, dude, you're getting me riled up right now. I was at Madison Square Garden with Stacy. She was 5 months pregnant with Lucas. And we're up on like the mezzanine, like the low, just and they fucking shoot a t-shirt. And it literally hits my hands. I catch it. And this guy bumps into my pregnant wife and me and knocks the t-shirt out of my hand in the front, dude. And I'm looking at everyone around. And I was seething. And I was like, I was like, I forgot what I said. And then people around were like, calm down. And I was just looking at this dude and his friend was mortified. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to punch this dude in the face. I wanted to punch him in the face off the thing, but Stacy was there and guys like, calm down, everyone calm down, dude. And I was and then like 5-10 minutes later, he leaned up and like tapped Stacy's lower leg and like kind of gave like, I'm sorry. Like that was his way, but like me and him had this thing. And then like it was like, I'll go to a game with you, Bill. I'll go to a game with you, Andrew. We go to a game. Us four go to a game. Because then I'm like, if I get drunk and something happens, I got my boys. But bringing my children or my wife or family, like you said, your 70-year-old mother, dude, I can't have some fat fuck in a fucking Kansas City jersey yelling and doing that, dude. Can't.
Yeah. It's kind of on the team, though. What are you doing shooting free T-shirts into the fucking crowd?
I mean,
what are you doing? Everybody, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, and people go too crazy over a T-shirt. Guys pointing up, and they're like, yeah, bring it up here. It's like, go buy
I always yell, it's just a T-shirt. They're $8.
Calm down.
Have some self-esteem.
I'll buy you one. Sit down.
Yeah, it's not a keys to a Lexus.
What's up, Andrew?
No, I was gonna say in college they asked my buddy to do that, and so what he would do is he would lob one up, and then so people would like slowly go up, and then he'd fire a seed, just a rope right at somebody's like chest, and you would just it was the best way to deal with that because then
Bill, you
you'd
remember
hold
when
it
we
up
were
and people would cheer. Ah!
Bill, remember we were at me and Bill go to the Seattle Seahawks, which by the way, it was so incredibly loud that there was no way it was real. They had babies.
Oh,
with
them just
headphones on.
sitting there talking before the game was so fucking loud. It was just like, yeah,
I never felt like that, but then all of a sudden,
and nobody was screaming. People were just like talking. It was just like, this feels like someone just cranked the volume up.
It did. And then we're sitting there, and me and Bill are like, all right, dude, let's bet. Me and Bill are like, all right. So me and Bill take the Seattle. We take Seattle. We take a little action with Seattle. And this fat dude sitting up there had a Kansas City Chiefs, and he goes, Seattle CB suck.
Yeah, we were like, oh no, he knows. We lost that bet.
Yeah. It was no, man. I don't like that vibe. I don't like the drunk vibe. I don't like the vibe. Remember me and you went to Jets Buffalo. A guy pushed you in the back because you had a fuck. I just don't. That's what gets me. It's like it's no reason for that, man. I'm too old for it.
Yeah, way too old. Way too old.
You know, that's a young kid's game. It's a young kid's
What about
game.
that guy, Sons and 6, Sons and 5, whatever the hell he was saying? The guy, he turned around and he goes, what, Sons and 4? I forget what the fuck he said.
No, I think he said Sons and 6.
Sons and 6. The kid starts swinging. He beats the fuck out of both of them. And then he bookends it with Sons and 6. He said it again. I mean, that's just like the greatest thing.